What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is your next installment of Should You Take Blank 6-Star Gold. Now, if you've been following my journey, I've had a rough last few weeks. In fact, I'm just coming on the tail end of vacation right now and about to go pick up our kids. So I'm getting a chance to hop back on. So I thought, one, this was a guy that was requested, but two, one of my go-tos for a long time. So someone I know how to run fairly well, in terms of you don't have to test him out, figure out what works, what doesn't. I can just kind of run with him. And that is Sika of the Wild Samoans. So Sika, again, one of the go-tos for the longest of time, frankly, until Clubber came out, your go-to powerhouse for most of the community. Nowadays, one of the big question mark, or one of the big pieces to the question mark, should you take him 6-star gold, is that he is an aggressive powerhouse. And that's a big deal because some of the best powerhouses in the game are aggressive powerhouse. So in order for me to say definitively, yes, you should take Sika 6-star gold, you're going to have to answer some questions for me. One, do you have Powerhouse Austin? Do you have Powerhouse Hogan? Do you have, let's see, how many others that come into that aggressive powerhouse category? Powerhouse Farouk, for example. You just keep going down the list, and there are so many of them. So Sika is one of those right off the bat that he's got to prove that he can do better. Now, if you don't have Clubber, or if he turns out to be better than Clubber, because Clubber's health steal and etc. doesn't scale, although Clubber versus Yellow is always going to be the right answer. By the way, Clubber's also an aggressive powerhouse. Or if you need a Powerhouse Legends era, this is going to be a pretty decent move. But let's check him out and see for sure. So if you don't run him this way, I don't know why you don't, because this is the way I've been running him for a while, and it's always proved to work really, really well. 2 very low charge moves, and then you don't even need the third one, but you can have it if you want to. On the bottom, the Samoan Headbutt, deal damage, make 1 random gem into blast. Why would I run 1 random gem? Hold on, you'll see. The Eye Rake, deal damage and increase your green MP by 2. You can see how those go together nicely. And then the Elbow Drop, deal damage, make 10 blast gems into red. On the Entourage, since they're 2 MP moves, you don't need any MP trainers. So you're going to have a Mr. Bradshaw here. For red gems, do 25% more damage. Blast gems do 100%. Rusev Day, for moves that generate blast, will generate 3 more. Now, if you don't have Rusev, this may not work. Remind me in the chat below, are there, or is there, a new trainer who creates at least 3 blast gems that isn't Rusev? Because if not, if you don't have him, this moveset is not going to work for you. Sammy for 100%, and then Ray Ray for blast gems do 25% and create 1 more, which gets us to the magic makes 8 gems into blast gems. Why is that important, you say? Because the only way you're really going to consider taking him up to 6 gold is with a Titan plate. Whenever you make 8 or more blast gems, increase the damage of all of your gems by 200% for 2 turns, which means that you can prop that twice per turn-ish, 400% on all gem damage. And then you don't need this. This is just an add-on piece, but when you break 4 more black gems, generate 10 random green. Just make sure your greens consistently stay loaded, because there are realities, though rare, where you can have an off turn. You could certainly run any of the others here. I thought about running this one. It's a little more common, although I guess you could have chose between one of the 2 of those, and I just chose the I Pity the Fool. So it's not that it's more common, it's that I chose that one. But whenever you break 4 more red gems, generate random black. But again, the black move, the only way I would do that is just right here, because you've got the 2 MP. You should be loaded at all times. If you did want to run, make 7 random gems red, or make 15 random blue gems into green. That one might be a contender, but really you're playing for these bottom 2 moves as much as possible. So, other thing I want to note on him is He is equipped with gear. I personally don't have it. I know it was very attainable, but I remember when he came out, they had a if you did all these steps, then you get it kind of a thing. And one of them was you had to level him up one time, just one time in a day. But I had already maxed him as far as he could go, and I was therefore not able to get that day accomplished. I got all the rest of the days. It didn't work, but red gems do 50% more damage. So I don't have that. You probably do, or at least you might. On the strap, I always run 50% gem damage for previews, especially to offset because this is a 35% all damage. However, at this point, you should have at least one of these, or you should be working towards getting one of these on any of the prize walls where it's available, to make sure you've got that bonus damage. And then the 50% just shows you that if you're using a 60, 70, 100%, 130% damage strap on yours, you know you can hit harder. So I've been talking too much. I'm just getting my rust off here. Let's see how he does against a 6-star gold zombie Sami Zayn in the brain. So this account does not have tour perks loaded. So as you can see, I'm not starting loaded turn 1. You should. You should, right? So you're going to lay this move down, but first let's check our red gems. 200,000 on the red gems. You're going to lay down 8 blast gems somewhere, and now you've got 345k or 500k on blast gems. Then you're going to run this move right here again, which is going to buff up your blast gems again, which means you're going to proc the Titan plate again, which means now you've got 448k or 641. Now this move would come in handy because it makes them your primary color, doesn't reload, and as you can see, there is a good chance that you're not going to be able to blow up the entire board. In fact, I'm actually going to have to, let's see, I'll do it this way. Just take that middle section. I got pretty lucky, and then that helped my greens reload. That was 17 million. That's about the lowest you're going to see him hit. But nowadays, 17 million on, 6-star gold meta is not much. It's really not much at all. I mean, boom, I just going to kick out of that super easy. But now you can at least see what his big bop, so to speak, would look like, because now you've got your gems, 206k. They should be buffed. The Titan plate should be for 2 turns. So, because I ate a pin. You know what? That took away, eating the pin took away the buff from the Titan plate. So you still could grow the damage a little bit beyond this, but it's going to be fairly similar to what we just saw. Still, 2 turns, theoretically, I should be able to hit him hard enough, especially because this is going to turn this into my primary color. So there's going to be a lot more red damage out there. Although, no, it's not, because he was very bad. And then now we're getting subbed. So that sucks. That sucks horribly, actually. The one nice thing about Sika when it comes to subs is he's not quite sub-proof. I wouldn't use that word for him, but subs don't destroy him, because look at that. Next turn, we get to come right back. So I'm going to load that. It doesn't actually matter. And let's see what Sami can do. As you can see, he is not the world destroyer he once was. Let me know in the comments section. People often do, like, hey, I would try this moveset. But really, I mean, this is the moveset with the Titan plate to go with. So we've got those out there, 345 and 5. So we actually might have gotten a little bit of the buff this time around, although that doesn't make sense. Anyway. All right, we've got that. Let's see. That would blow up that. That's so no matter what, I've got a tail of halves because I can't connect these 2 halves to each other. So let's just hope that we blow it up. This is the other reason I put that other plate on there. Oh, I didn't select the right color or get enough of them. So there you go. 3 cycles at least for him to win. And if you got somebody who's subbing you down, the nice thing is you turn right around and you get your MP back 1 turn later. But nowadays, sacrificing 1 turn is a big deal. So let me answer the question for you. Should you take Sammy, not Sammy's, yes, you should take Zombie Sammy Day. I haven't gotten to that video yet, though. Should you take Sika to 6-star gold? The answer is always nuanced, maybe. If you don't have a better powerhouse aggressive, then yeah, he's going to be solid. I mean, 20 million a turn. He's hard to sub down because he gets his stuff back. As you can see, even against another 6-star gold, I've still got 40 million health, and he's going to be done after this turn here. So even with his full brunt of his sub, I'm okay. But again, this is not Sammy's ideal moveset, and he's not set up to be the turn 1 destroyer he could be. So if you don't have a better powerhouse aggressive, then sure, but I would say it's going to be very unlikely you don't have at this stage of the game a better powerhouse aggressive. And if you don't have a Legends era powerhouse that you would rather take up, he's solid, but again, you're talking 17 million on the setup turn, 25 million on the next turn, which is good. It is good, but pales in comparison to what some others can do. So hopefully this helps you decide for your roster what the right answer is. Let me know in the comments section. Are you going to take Sika to 6-star gold? And then send this over to your friend or faction mate who's going, hey, I'm thinking of taking Sika up. What do you think? Send them this video. Encourage them to watch the whole thing because it honestly, truly makes a difference to us and how we, make this content. And I'm going to, now that I'm warmed up, going to make some more of these before I see you again. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.